Blog Talk Radio.
And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us. This is Psychic Talk Radio. I'm Dax Carlisle, coming to you live from Tucson, Arizona, and joining me, as always, the fabulous Mary Brown. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Dax. Hey, everybody. Happy Psychic Saturday.
Woo. So excited to be here, and we've got a quite the switchboard going already. People joining us here on the network. And we're supposed to be simulcasting on Facebook right now, but the simulcast is not sending to Facebook for some reason. So I'm trying to fix that right now and see if we can get it to send. There's something wrong. I'm not sure what it is, Mary, but there's something wrong on the streaming end of things here, and for some reason, the live won't broadcast to Facebook. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with this. I know it's unbelievable. It's one thing. It's one thing after another. You know, it'll work, then it won't work. You know, and so we're going to try to. I'm going to try to get this going in the background while we're doing the live radio show. All the people that are dialed in here at 714-816-4628. Fun show here, and we did pull a card of the day. Mary, you want to tell them about the card of the day while I work on the simulcast?
Yes. Actually, I pulled a card of the day from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. That's a beautiful deck by Alberto Violdo and Colette Baron-Reed with Marcela Lobos, and illustrated by Jenna Della Gratitalia. And it's the card that came up is really interesting. So, you know, each of these cards does have a number, so I do kind of pay attention a little bit to that as well, even though you're the number expert on the show. But this card is card number 46, so which reduces, you know, that's a 10, which reduces to a 1. But the message of the serpent is really kind of fascinating because it's the idea of, like, we can learn to shed our past. And anything that's not serving us, the things that we have built in, the things that we've become too attached to, we look to the serpent to teach us how to shed that in the same way that the serpent sheds its skin. And if you think about it, you know, there's not a lot of drama involved in it. It just kind of wriggles its way out. So I feel like it's a great encouragement if there's anything that we become like, you know, that's become static or stagnant in our life that we're still attached to, that we really need to let go of, or if we're holding on to the past, you know, things from the past that just are just not doing anything for us anymore. It's like we can kind of look to the serpent as that, you know, kind of example of how to just gracefully, like, wriggle it off. So that's the card I got for today.
Awesome. Yeah, I got the 10 of Wands, and your card's a 10 card too, a 1 card.
Yeah. What's up with that?
It's one of those many synchronicities where the universe is going, see, folks, this stuff actually works.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Love synchronicity.
Absolutely. And so, you know, with the 10 of Wands, you know, in numerology, the numbers only go from 1 to 9. And so 10 is actually 1. It's 1 plus 0. And in tarot, what I like to say for the numerologists out there is that it's a special circumstance in tarot. It's kind of this hairbreadth moment between the end of one cycle at 9 and the beginning of a new cycle at 1. And it's kind of overkill. In fact, if you look into a lot of the cards, especially the Waite Smith versions, you know, you can see the overkill in it. You know, like the 10 of Cups is that idyllic home life, 2.5 kids, the dog and the wife and the husband in the house in the background, and it's like too idyllic. It's almost too good, you know. And then you got the 10 of Wands here with the overburdening. You know, he's carrying a ridiculously large bundle of staves, wands, and you know, the 10 of Swords with the guy with the 10 swords in his back. You know,
right? It's like how worse can it get?
Like you don't need 10 swords. You know, even the 10 of Pentacles. You know, it's you've got that scene there with the patriarch of the family and a couple people, maybe his children, maybe his grandchildren, they're talking, and you know, the only person paying attention to him is the dog. And you got all of these pentacles, you know, and they're in the form of the tree of life, but there's like all these pentacles, like practically, you know, covering, there's 10 pentacles practically covering the image, you know. It just shows the overkill. So with the 10 of Wands, you know, it's a card about stress and overworking, burdens, multitasking, you know.
Mm.
So it may just be that people are feeling a little overburdened today. That, you know, my whole thing is when people have too many irons in the fire.
Mm.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
that can definitely lead to burnout.
Yep. So that's what we've got for that. The numerology of the day, the whole date, 10/12/2019, adds up to 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 is the highest spiritual number in numerology. This is the number of the detective. This is a great day for, you know, research or delving into spiritual practice or deepening your connection. And then the day itself is 1 plus 2 is 3, creativity and communication. So today is all about that. So that's what I got, Mary. You ready to take some phone calls? We got a bunch of phone calls already. Yeah, let's see who's out there. I'm going to gather up my card of the day here and shuffle. I'm sorry that you can't see us on Facebook right now. You know, we're still in the testing phase with this new platform that allows us to simulcast all of our hosts on a show onto Facebook. It's really exciting technology. It's great when it works, you know.
Yeah.
And the last times we've used it, what we did was we started the simulcast, the Facebook Live early, and then the show started at the top of the hour. Today we decided, hey, let's just wait till we actually start the radio show. The music's playing, and just hit live and go live. Yeah, it didn't work. We hit live and we did not go live. So, you know, I don't know what happened. I think I may need to log out of the light stream and log back in.
You know, it's interesting, if I could just mention a little tiny thing about that, is that all this time that you were trying to go live, I couldn't see you and I couldn't see the background, and now both just came back. So maybe it'll work now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying. And, you know, it just keeps saying failed to broadcast. Something went wrong on our end. So, see, there might be an issue with the platform. It's still in beta, by the way, this platform. So there might be an issue with the platform, Mary. It might not be us. It might not be us. But to be on the safe side, I guess in the future we'll just have to start the simulcast 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes before the show, make sure everything's working.
What a pre-show party.
Yeah, we'll start doing a pre-show party or something like that and just talk to people that are on the live. It also gives time for people to find the live and come on before the show actually starts. So it's probably a really good idea to do it that way. I know we'll be live simulcasting Sharona's brand new show tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And she won't be on cam like we were going to be. I'm going to have her image up there with a nice video playing in the background. But we will be simulcasting the audio from Blog Talk right onto Facebook. So, with our fingers crossed that it actually works. But the really nice thing is I can see you, Mary.
I can see
I wish
you too.
everybody could see you. You got such a nice room there. You got your salt crystal light in the background and your mandala wall hanging behind you. Oh, my God. I so wish we had this going for everybody. I apologize. But, hopefully by next week we'll work out the kinks. We're still testing this stuff out. Let's see who's been waiting on the line the longest. And if you're listening live, you can join us at 714-816-4628. Let's see. It looks like area code 302. Caller, are you there?
Hi, I am.
What's your name, hon? Where are you calling from?
My name's Jackie. I'm calling from Delaware.
Okay, Jackie.
Delaware. Did you have a specific question that you wanted us to take a look at?
Yeah. This is terrible news, and my best friend was murdered recently, and I just found out the news last night, and her boyfriend took her life, and then he took his, and I'm wondering if I don't even know. Like, is there a message? Like, I don't know what to say. I just feel very lost.
Yeah. Well, look, that's a lot for you to process, and you just found out last night. So you've got to kind of give yourself. You're going to have to breathe through this. This is not. The shock of it. You're going to have to process through that, and obviously, something like this is going to take a bit of time. It's going to, as gentle as you can be with yourself as you go through this process. Please know that you're not alone, and anything that you feel you need to say to your friend that you didn't get a chance to say, go ahead and say it to her. Okay? Our loved ones, regardless of how long they're here on this earth plane with us and how they end up going on to the next level, we're still connected to them. Okay? So just please keep that in mind. You're going to have to deal with the way it feels physically here on the earth plane. You're going to have to deal with the tragedy and the loss of this. Be sure to not go through it alone. And also don't believe that you lost that connection either. Talk to her out loud, talk to her in your mind, whatever is left to be said, or just to check in. There's nothing that you can't, that's going to prevent you from having that connection going forward. But I'm so sorry that this has happened. And
she was like the nicest person, and she never let on anything, and we were close. Like, she was not literally, like, I saw her literally almost every weekend of my life for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And she was with him for like 10 years. Like, I'm just at a loss. Like, I know this is a weird phone call for you guys. I'm sorry, but I just felt like I needed.
Don't apologize. You needed to say it. You needed to connect to someone. You needed to acknowledge it. You needed to say, this happened and this hurts, and you let us know about it. I mean, I'm glad you called in to share a little bit with us, to let us know that this occurred. You know, there's people that listen to the show and, you know, that are going to be extending their love and their energy and their heart to you as you go through this because you called in. So don't apologize for that, okay?
Thank you.
Absolutely. And there is a message, you know, there often people don't know why they call in. And the thing is that we found over the years, doing this for 10 years, that it's never by accident. There's always a reason. There's always a message, you know, that comes through. And when I draw cards on this, I get cards like the Two of Cups, which has an association to Archangel Raphael. And the message is to call in Raphael, to ask for help, ask for guidance, the angel of healing. And right next to it is the Devil card. So it's talking, and in the image on the Two of Cups, you've got these two individuals coming together, and cups is emotions. And along with the Devil card, what we're talking about is attachment. So we're talking about the connection is still there. They're still there. And the other cards, some of the other things that are showing up here is the Page of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, which is talking about sharing. And again, cups with the emotions, it's sharing with the other people that you had in common with this person. And that's where you're going to get the best help, assistance, camaraderie, celebrate their life, things like that, is by surrounding yourself with other people that you have a connection with this person. But definitely call in Archangel Raphael too.
Okay. All right. Yep. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's the message.
Absolutely. Right. Thanks so much for calling in, and be gentle with yourself as you go through this process, okay? And know, you know, we're sending you love, and all our listeners are too, I'm sure. And bright blessings.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jackie.
All right. Bye-bye.
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 Oh, wow, that's hard. And, you know, when it's within 24 hours, Mary, I mean, you know,
too much.
That's the roughest, it's the roughest time right there. Oh, boy.
Well, it's just a lot to even, you know, the unimaginable happens, you know, and it's going to take a while to process that, you know.
Yep. Okay, so let's take a deep breath, everybody. We're going to go to the next caller. Meanwhile, hey, this is a great time to get into the queue because we take the calls in the order that they come in. So dial in at 714-816-4628. Press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. That lets us know you want to be live on air. We've got a bunch of people. And, Mary, let's see who's been waiting the longest. It looks like area code 917. I'm sorry. Area code 917. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Jax and Mary. It's Sharona calling you from New York City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just love your show. And, I'm just, you know, the last call, it just touched my heart. And I got a message from Archangel Azrael. So I know Jackie's not on the line, but that archangel is supporting her with comfort and a message that her friend has become one of her guides, and she's there, and she can talk to her friend.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that connection. That's the thing. It's so hard to, to have any kind of clarity in the moment of extreme grief. But sometimes that connection is the strongest even.
Sorry, I'm doing some stuff in the background. Were you talking with Sharona?
No,
Sharona.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think we're all just.
Sharona. Yeah, we're all. I'm still working on the simulcast. I'm still trying to get this Facebook thing going, and in the background, and so it's hard to multitask. But Sharona, we want to. I was just going to say we want to hear about Sharona's show, but go ahead, Mary.
That's what I was going to say. I'm going to ask Sharona about her new show. Now, that everybody that's listening, that premieres tomorrow. Am I right about that? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Premieres tomorrow. Well, it's called Magic Universe with Sharona. So it'll be all about how you can raise your vibration and create magic and miracles in your life. By raising your vibes, you can create abundance. You can create unconditional love. You can create blessings. You can talk with your angels. So it's going to be a show I'm going to be doing psychic readings and tarot and all those things, but it's all about creating a family where we can get together and become powerful and take back our power and claim our rights as manifestors in the universe. So I'm really looking forward to it. And what I was wondering is the numerology around the show, if Dax, you could enlighten me on that, because it's happening on October 13th, tomorrow, 2019. And Mary, if you could draw a card, I'd greatly appreciate learning the energy.
Awesome.
That's a great way to look at it. And well, the day is the 13th, and contrary to popular belief, 13 is not a evil or bad number. Like Friday the 13th. It's just 1 plus 3, which is 4, which is structure. Okay, so what you're doing is you're laying down a structure, and then the entire date, 10/13/2019, adds up to 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So 4 is, if you double 4, you get 8. So 8 is double 4. It's abundance in numerology. So awesome date there that you picked. And
awesome.
You didn't even do that on purpose.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of, I believe in synchronicity. You put something out there and the universe is magic. It works with you.
And Sharona, I drew a card for you from my Mystical Shaman Oracle, and I got the fire card. This is just wonderful because it talks about your passion with this, and this idea of just the warmth that this is going to bring, and the light that this is going to bring, and just I think that it's going to really inspire people. And that's why you're doing it, is because you've got this fire, you've got this passion inside you to share all of these things and to warm people and bring the light to people and to just, I just feel like I can see the show and like everybody dancing around the bonfire. I love it. So I think that is a great card. And also, fire is an element of of transformation. So I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't some really cool things that start happening once this show gets going and people start finding it. This is something, it could catch on like a wildfire in a good way.
Thank you so much. It's also full moon in Aries tomorrow. So Aries, fire, new beginning, and I'm an Aries. So
oh wow,
you can't make this stuff up. So
nope.
It's all about getting in the flow. Thank you so much for your advice. Thank you again.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for calling and sharing with everybody about your new show. Everybody, don't forget to tune in tomorrow to Sharona's Magic Universe.
Awesome. Love you all. Thank you.
Bye, Sharona.
Bye, Sharona.
Oh, that was neat. Well, our Sunday shows, our Sunday shows haven't been on for a while, and so a lot of people don't know that we're back to doing live shows on Sundays now. So Angelic Realms Radio came back on air with Maria G. Moss last Sunday, and Sharona's new show launches tomorrow. And so it's every other week. The first and third Sundays is Angelic Realms. The second and fourth Sundays will be Sharona's new show, Magic Universe. And so I hope a lot of people will, if they hear this, will call into her show tomorrow, make her feel good, because when shows go off the air for a while, like on a hiatus, and then they come back, it takes a while to build the audience up again, and so I'm hoping she'll get a lot of calls tomorrow.
Yeah. I think I might call in tomorrow, too. I'd love to see how it's going, get a reading. Just say, hey,
I was definitely going to... let me just finish up. I was going to say, I was definitely going to call in as well tomorrow.
Well, speaking of all these shows and stuff, we're almost at the bottom of the hour. Should I go ahead and tell people what's coming up this week on the Psychic Talk?
Of course, yeah.
Radio Network?
That would be great.
As we just talked about on Sunday, that's tomorrow, October 13th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, is going to be the premiere of Magic Universe with Sharona, and she's going to be talking all about energy. And then on Monday, it is a double feature starting at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be the Wisdom of the Soul show with host Janet Fuchs. And then after that, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be the Compassionate Light Healing and Guidance Show with Catherine Hahn talking about limiting beliefs, changing your mindset, and healing. And so that's Monday. And then Tuesday, October 15th, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, Cryptids, Yeti, Chupacabra, Jersey Devil, the Power 3 show with host Rose Fullhurst and Dave Nunley. They're going to be talking about all of these strange creatures. So that should be interesting on Tuesday. Then going on to Friday, the doctors are in. Open Lines mini readings with our very own Dr. Dax Carlisle, Dr. Sharona, and Dr. Rose. And then we'll be back Saturday. You and me, Dax, we're going to be talking about the Tarot Court and Master Numbers. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so exciting, and that'll be next Saturday on the Psychic Saturday show. Same bat time, same bat chim.
That's a big one. Everybody is always confused by the court cards, and I want to hear your ideas on the court cards, and we're also going to line things up with the master numbers from numerology, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I think that is going to be exciting, and I can't wait.
Can't wait. Oh, by the way, we should let everybody know. Exactly. we should let everybody know to go over to psychictalk.net/upcoming to see the list of all the upcoming shows this week. And you can always go there. Yes, you can always go there anytime to see what's coming up. And, of course, psychictalk.net/live will take you to whatever the next, live show is.
Oh, well, we're simulcasting on Facebook.
Oh, look, there we are. We finally made it onto Facebook.
Hi, everybody.
Wow. Hey, everybody. We finally made it onto Facebook. I was right. I had all these crazy things happen with Facebook over this last week, folks. And I think what it was, the reason why the simulcast didn't start, we had to actually, I had to reestablish my connection, so to speak, with Facebook.
Oh.
Because of all, remember all those weird things going on with Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
Before? And I think that might be,
now?
well, halfway through the show is all it took, right?
Right. Well, we are testing this,
Absolutely, yeah. It's a test, folks. It's a test. I'm going to actually end the stream for a second here because I think I think we are broadcasting to the wrong place. Actually, it's not. It doesn't seem to be going to our radio show page. Where are you seeing it, Mary? Or where were you seeing it?
Where was I seeing it?
Were you on the group? That's what I'm asking.
I was on the group, but then I saw it. I think it might be. Is it just on? It says Psychic Talk Live. But I didn't see it come up in the group. I saw it sort of just as a notification. So
okay, yeah,
you may
I think
have been doing it just on your page.
Right. Yeah, I have it set for the group, but for some reason it's not sending it to the group, and I don't want it going to my personal profile because nobody's going to see it. We want it to go to the group, and so I'm trying to how should I put it? I'm trying to reselect our group and try to get it to go to the actual group here. And oh my God, yeah, whenever you're trying to figure out new technology, folks, oh boy.
But we should take some more calls.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure everybody is bearing with us. They don't mind that we're trying this out. We're trying out something new, so just bear with us as we work out the kinks in this, because it's going to be fantastic once it's running smooth every time, because it's great. I mean, we're going to be able to simulcast to our Psychic Talk radio group, and people can share it out and like it and share it out all over the internet, all over Facebook anyway. And we're going to be reaching so many more people with it. And the really cool thing is some of the hosts, like Mary and I, want to be on camera so you guys can watch us behind the scenes. Right, Mary?
Yes, see us in our natural habitats.
Yep, that's a way to look at it. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. And I did want to mention that, some of the hosts are not going to be on camera just because of the way they do their show, and they like doing the audio show. And we're just going to have an image of them up there, but there'll be a nice video playing, and you'll be able to hear their radio show in the background right there on the Facebook Live, like Sharona's show tomorrow. So tune in for that tomorrow. And some of the shows, like Catherine on Mondays and hopefully Stephanie when she comes back on Thursdays next month, and you and me, Mary, we're going to be on camera. It's really cool.
You and
Who's been
me.
waiting the longest? Let's see. Looks like area code 480. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Keisha from Arizona.
Hi, Tisha. What's going on?
Hi. Oh, I was wondering about about love. Do you see that coming up for me?
Love. Like somebody new coming in?
Yes.
You go ahead first, Mary, this time.
Okay. I'm just going to shuffle on the love. Just see what we see coming up.
I want to see what you're getting.
Okay. Wow. Mm-hmm. So the very first thing that I get is the Page of Cups. So that's always a good sign when we talk about new love coming in. And then, this looks really good. After that, we get the Magician card. The Empress is underneath that Page of Cups. So, to me what that's saying is like, okay, yeah, there's going to be somebody new coming in. And also it's going to be something that we're going to need to nurture. Okay.
Okay.
I get the Devil card in the past position. So,
good.
Anything, when it deals with past relationships, it's saying like if you can let go of it, if you can release anything that you may be attached to from a past relationship, that's something that's only going to help when we have somebody new coming in to not, bring that baggage into it, right?
Right.
And so this looks really good. I feel like this isn't necessarily very far off, too. All I'm getting is major arcana and, court cards. So as far as timing, I might even just go with the one in the Magician card and say, look, this could happen within the next, month even, So
right.
Dax, let's see what Dax is getting, and maybe he's got more information for us.
Right.
Oh, right off the bat, I saw someone coming in, too. I didn't get a page, though. I got the Knight of Swords. So I would not be surprised if this person doesn't turn out to be an air sign.
Yeah.
The Knights are typically younger, yeah. The Knights are typically younger. Doesn't have to be, could be same chronological age, but has a younger outlook, but he's rushing in there. He might actually be chronologically younger. Got the Nine of Cups card, which is literally the wish come true card. So that's pretty awesome, huh?
That is.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. And timing-wise, I'm seeing 9. So this could happen as quickly as 9 days, somewhere within the next 9 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It looks
Sounds
like
good.
it's through I'm going to say through the assistance of others, because I got the Six of Pentacles showing up, and that's about sharing and generosity. It's about being assisted by others. So I think that's how you're going to meet this person.
Yeah, because everybody's paranoid. She needs a man because she ain't taking mine. So get her somebody. Okay, got you.
That's right. Oh, that's funny.
That's what's how it happened. All right. Thank you so much. You guys stay blessed.
You too.
Well, thanks for the call.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, Tisha. And she's up in the Phoenix area, right in Arizona here where I am. I'm down south about an hour and a half from Tisha. And let's see who's been waiting the longest. It looks like area code 203. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Sometimes the switchboard sticks. Okay, so let's try clicking that again. Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from? 203.
Hi, it's Michelle from California.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
What's going on with you today?
My question is, well, I applied for this job out in Arizona, actually, and I was wondering if you saw that being a good move for me and if I was going to get it and just if it's going to be a successful, good move.
Oh, that's interesting. Out in Arizona, you said?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome aboard the good ship Arizona. Have you lived out here before?
I did for like 5 months, and it was very difficult because I was afraid of scorpions. But this place is up in yeah. It was horrific. It was very, very difficult. But this place is up in Prescott, so I think maybe there'll be fewer scorpions.
Yeah, there will be. You get out of the desert into like Prescott and Sedona and anything up north. I don't think you have the scorpions like you do down here in the desert part. And I always say down here because Tucson is south, but actually we're up here because Tucson is like 3,000 something feet up in the air, whereas like Phoenix is sea level.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
And this is looking really good to me here. Be careful, that card of the day, the 10 of Wands. I got that showing up in the recent past. I mean, that might have been, you might have felt a little overburdened, too many irons in the fire. You don't want to continue that when you make this move. You want to kind of get more focused, which is kind of the theme of the day is, get more focused, but the Fool card shows up, taking a leap of faith, just going for it. I'm getting strong yeses in this spread, that things are going to turn out really well. It's a good move for you. It may have an emotional stabilizing aspect to it.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to tell you something? So my daughter, my only daughter, is just she and I. She's up at NAU in Flagstaff. So even though I just live in California, it's like a 9-hour and expensive flight to get to see her, and it's an ordeal. And so I'm not seeing her that often. And that's why I looked, and I saw this job like halfway up the mountain, and I'm thinking, what? And it was very serendipitous. So, and it was a job that I can do, and I think I'd be good at. So,
there you go.
I've already had one interview, so it's just a matter of. Yeah, they called me right away, and. So it does look good, and I want to know if it is good, But you said the emotional connection, it's going to be fantastic for me.
Emotionally stabilizing too. That's a big part of it. It's going to be emotionally stabilizing for you. But let's see what Mary's getting. Mary, what are you getting?
Well, interestingly enough, I'm getting some of the at least one of the cards that you got as well. I got the Fool card here.
Oh, geez.
Is the first thing that comes up. But look, that's actually I love the energy of that because it's like it talks about new beginnings, and that idea like, anything could happen, but it's also like, that freedom that we get with the Fool card as well. So, and the other thing that struck me too is when you mentioned your daughter, is the other card that I got is the Empress card. And so that's like often, the mother energy we see with the Empress. And so I feel like the dust is like sort of validating and confirming, that relationship, is pretty key to this decision. But the final card that I get is after the Empress is the Temperance card. So I really feel like that's kind of like the advice that's coming out of this. So with the temperance, it's like, look, it is about being able to, kind of find the middle path with this. It may involve, some compromises. Hopefully one of the compromises is not scorpions, right? That would be a lousy compromise to make. But yeah, I think that there's going to be, it's a new environment, so there's some things that are going to be kind of different, and you haven't, been able to see your daughter as often, and now you're kind of going to be on her turf, and so there may be a little bit of like finding the middle ground with that works for both of you. So, but otherwise, I mean, the last card that comes up is the Nine of Cups, the wish card. So I feel like that's always a wonderful sign when it comes up, and that this is going to be a decision that you're really happy with in the long run.
Wow. That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So congratulations.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of assuming I'm going to be offered the job. I mean, the compromise may be money, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how much I would compromise on that, honestly, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's always, compromise is a part of life in a sense. It's like it's only because we don't live in utopia. So there's always some bit of a trade-off, and it really comes down to what works for us.
Yeah.
But all of these cards are really pointing to like this being a really positive choice to make.
Oh, good.
Yep, that's what I got.
Thank you. That's great.
All right.
Good news. Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Bye, Michelle. Yeah, so we finally got the simulcast going on Facebook. I don't know if the audio is actually working, though. I'm on here trying to check if the audio is working. Hopefully it's working. And so anybody that's on the line, the last minutes of the show here, if you want to go over to our Facebook group, we're the Psychic Talk Radio on Facebook. If you search Psychic Talk Radio, you're going to find the page and you're going to find the group. So like the page, go on the group, join the group, and scroll down. You're going to see the simulcast. You'll see Mary and I on camera. Hi. Here. And
hi, everybody.
It's exciting. We finally got it working. And
actually,
so this is, yeah?
I don't see it in the Psychic Talk group. I see it in the Tarot Guild group.
It's in both. I just shared it to Tarot Guild.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh,
yeah.
This is so fun.
I shared it to the Tarot Guild group. Yeah, we get to play with new stuff, And now you get to see Mary and I. I switched computers that I was doing the stream on as well, Mary. And that's why my camera is now face on the way it's supposed to be anyway. You can see the F-15 up there on the wall behind me. And
yeah. Awesome.
Okay. So, we've got another 12 minutes or so. We could take some more calls in the show here. I did want to let everybody know that the 15th anniversary of the Tarot Guild's coming up. And that's October 31st, Halloween. Yep, 15 years. Yeah. Also, the anniversary of our very first radio show was called Tarot Today Radio back in 2010. We launched it on January 20th, 2010, and it was the official launch date of our first Tarot Guild website as well. And so we're coming up on the 10th anniversary of those anniversaries as well, January 20th, 2020, and it's my mom's birthday.
That's amazing.
Yep. And I bring this up because the anniversary.
It's been that long.
Yeah. So I bring this up because the anniversaries are coming up, but also because we're taking this opportunity to launch a brand new website for the Tarot Guild, and that will be out between the anniversary of the Tarot Guild's founding, October 31st here, and the beginning of the year, when we have the 10-year anniversary. We'll do a soft launch of the new website, and then the official launch will be on January 20th, 2020, just like it was 10 years ago.
Yay! That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. This is going to be fun.
Me too. And you can come over and join the guild. You know, you might be a professional tarot reader, or perhaps you are brand new to tarot and you want to learn tarot. There's something for everybody at the guild if you're a tarot enthusiast. So you can come and join the Tarot Guild for the anniversary. We have it on sale, actually. It's normally $47 to join the guild, and your certification is included. We're taking $20 off. It's $27 over at psychictalk.net/guild. So you can go over there and join and apply for your certification. Just $27. Now, if you're new to tarot and you want to learn tarot and numerology, you can take my Tarot by the Numbers course, and you can enroll in that course for $27 as well. It's a $197 course for just $27 right now. If you want to get all three, you can. You can join the guild, get your certification paid for ahead of time, and you can enroll and take the course and then go through the certification process when you're ready. And that whole package is just $44. And you'll find it at psychictalk.net/guild. So go over there and join the guild. And then when the new website launches, you can join us on the new website. And, oh, my God, we got some fun in store for you. All righty. So I'm looking back here on the phone line, seeing who's been waiting the longest. It looks like, I want to say area code 347 has been waiting the longest. Hi,
Hello?
caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Aaliyah. Hello?
Hi,
Hello, and
Aaliyah.
where are you?
I'm in the hospital.
Island?
My best friend just had a baby.
Okay.
Hello?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was calling because I'm in a shelter right now, and stuff is a little difficult. I just want to know if you see anything getting better. And I heard you say you're an Aries. I'm an Aries too. And I know it's a full moon in the 13th in Aries.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Sharona called in, and exactly. So this is your full moon in Aries, and you said you're in a shelter right now, and you want to know, does it look like things are going to be getting better, maybe getting more stabilized for you, right?
Mm.
Okay. Whose turn is it? Is it Dax's turn or my turn? I can't remember whose turn.
I don't know,
first?
but I'm just gonna go and say right off the bat. So the first card in the past is the Hermit, and followed by the Ten of Swords. Okay, so that's talking about your current situation, and with the Hermit card, there's often a delay, taking a step back from the world, really. And the Ten of Swords is a card of transition. It's the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. And in the important thing here is, in the background, the sun is coming up. The sun is dawning. It's the dawning of a new day. It's the start of a new cycle. In the beginning of the show, I was talking about this, Mary, with the Ten of Wands, talking about tens and how in tarot, it's the 9 is the end of the cycle, the 1 is the beginning. 10 is really 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. But it's that hairbreadth moment. So you're right there. And then after that, we get, as the main focus card actually too, is the Six of Swords. And 6 is a number of hearth and home, and a return to harmony and balance after the chaos. In the traditional Waite-Smith version, two individuals are in a boat with a lot of swords. They got those 6 swords. Those are thoughts and ideas. And there's an oarman steering the boat, and he's moving the boat across the lake, across the body of water to your goal. And there's rough waters on the right and behind, and the calmer seas ahead and to the left. And so it's slow progress, but you're making the progress. You're getting there, Aaliyah. Now, there's a message or something coming in about this soon. I'm seeing a message. And then the Magician card shows up. And the Magician card shows up to let you know that you really have control. Yeah. It's my card as well. Absolutely. I identify the most with the... No, it's not that. It's that I out of all the 78 cards, I identify with the Magician card the most. In fact, the Magician in the traditional Waite-Smith version looks as I appeared, when I was like 20 or something. I looked just like that. And I just identify with that Magician energy that you can manifest whatever you want. You are in control. So let's go to Mary, keeping that in mind, that you're making headway and you're in control in reality. Let's see if Mary has some additional advice to help things along with you. What are you getting, Mary?
Well, it's really interesting. The thing that I get, the first thing that comes up, I always kind of look at the past to kind of like see where I'm orientating, what's influencing us. And I do have the Tower card, in the past position. So obviously, things have to kind of fall apart sometimes before we can put them back together, and with the Tower energy, there's still maybe a little bit of that shock from kind of, how things went in the past. So what I'm seeing now is that you're now regaining your balance and regaining your strength. I have the card of balance to me is the Justice card that comes up here, along with the Strength card. And we have the 2 Pentacles above that. So what I feel like is like over the next 2 months, okay, 2 Pentacles to me is, it can involve multitasking for one thing, but it really kind of, it's like when we're trying to get our footing again. It's like when we're on a kind of seesaw and there's these ups and downs. And so I feel like what this is really saying is don't get discouraged if everything doesn't go smoothly as you're rebuilding your life, okay? Know that we get there. Once you get your balance in your orientation of what direction to go into, where to go from here, we get the Chariot card. And that is a part of success, but, it's also a card of, like, strategy. With the Chariot card, I always think, like, okay, we can go forward and we can achieve great things, but we've got to make sure that those horses pulling the chariot are going in the same direction and not pulling in different directions. So I feel like, I really feel strongly the next couple months is going to be the time frame where we regain our footing, we start to regain our strength and get things back into balance, and we can just there's not going to be any stopping you. And that energy that Dax was talking about of the Magician card and being able to manifest and all of that, I think is really going to be when you're really feeling it and making it happen. So, yeah, I feel like, things are going to get better. But don't get discouraged, if everything doesn't go smoothly right in the beginning. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Hello?
Thanks for the call, Leah.
Hello. Yes. Thanks for calling.
So basically we are saying
Awesome.
it's gonna,
You have a great rest of your weekend. I'm sorry, we got to move on. We got a lot of other callers waiting, and we are pretty much at the end of the show here, but I thought we'd squeeze in a call or two. Yeah, time flies, Mary. We just have so much fun.
We are having fun.
And, yeah. And I love that we're on the simulcast now. People can actually see us. Of course,
this is exciting.
More than half.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. It was more than halfway through the show before we get this thing working, but at least people can see what the simulcasts are going to look like in the future. And you can join us tomorrow for Sharona's brand new show, Magic Universe, and we'll be simulcasting that tomorrow. Okay,
yeah.
Of course, we'll be back next Saturday, right, Mary?
Yes, we will, talking about the tarot court and master numbers. I think that's going to be exciting.
All righty. So let's see who's been waiting the longest. It looks like I don't think I've ever had this area code 929. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello. Area code 929. Are you there?
Hello.
I can hear you.
Hey.
What's your name, hon?
Hey, hello, can you hear me?
Now we can. Yeah.
Oh, great. Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Lisa, and I'm calling from New York, Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Awesome.
Yes.
And was there a particular question you had? Did you want a mini reading?
Yeah. Yes, I would love to. That would be awesome.
Okay. What would you like a mini reading on?
About a move.
So you want to know how the move is going to go? Or
Yeah, I'm looking to do something, hopefully, if not December, maybe after the New Year.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll go first. I think it's my turn. Okay, so let's take a look at this move, and you're thinking like maybe after the New Year, and do we see it happening for you, etc. Okay, looking at that. All right. Well, you got the 8 of Wands. That's interesting. That's usually when things happen pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny because underneath it is the 3 of Wands, which to me is a card of like, okay, a card of assessment. We need to stand back. We need to like make sure, we got all our little ducks in a row. And
yes,
it's funny at the end. I am with the Star card. So that's really, to me, a lot of times when it comes up at the end of a reading, it's like putting like the blessing on it. It's putting like the icing on the cake and saying, this is a good idea. There's every reason to, aspire to do this. And yeah, it looks pretty good. So I feel like once you do that assessment that we see in the 3 of Wands, and you make sure, okay, I've checked all my dots and crossed my T's, etc., that then things are going to happen pretty quickly with this. Like I don't feel like there's going to be much that's going to slow it down when it comes to like finding a new place and all of those things. I think once you get it going, it's all going to fall into place pretty quickly. Let's see what Dax is getting.
I'm just trying to see if there's not much I can add to this, really, to be honest with you. I get a delay.
You do? Okay. Because I am waiting for some money. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a big delay, but it's showing up definitely for sure. There's a delay. Okay. The timing card is coming out at 2 months, which actually fits in I think what you originally said there, December, January. And it looks like, this is going to be, quite a transition for you. I got the Death card. And just like the Ten of Swords we had with the previous caller, I mean, that is transition, closing, another door's opening, if that makes sense for you. Okay, I'm hearing flushing in the background there. Sound effects.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not me. Yeah, let me just move to a different location. It's not me.
Okay. Well, we really have to go anyway, Lisa, because we're pretty much at the end of the show here. So I hope that information helps you out. It's looking really good. It helps out
wonderfully.
I was getting that 2-month, period with a slight delay there, and
okay.
All right. Thanks very much for the call there.
Yeah,
that's
thanks for calling.
We don't need on live radio is the sound effects, Mary.
Blushing.
Oh my
I love it.
God. Yeah. So folks, if you call into a live radio show, you got to get yourself somewhere where you're not going to have sound effects, let's just say, okay? Where it's a little quiet, Oh my God. All righty. So I think we have time for one more call. If we don't get to your call today, remember, call into Sharona's show, her brand new show tomorrow. Same phone number, 714-816-4628. It's good for all of our shows, 7 days a week. That's 714-816-4628. Write it down, put it in your pad, put it in your phone, and have us. You can put us on speed dial on your phone. Remember, we used to call it speed dial. They don't even call it that anymore, Mary, because everybody contact the button, so it's like automatically speed dial. But back in the day, we used to have this thing called speed dial.
Oh my gosh.
We're dating ourselves here, Mary. Let's see. Looks like area code 786. Hello, 786. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Luz. My name is Luz. I'm calling from Florida.
From Florida.
Luz.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for allowing me in your call, in your show. I had a quick question. If possible, regarding I'm waiting for a job interview that a second panel interview that I went to with a healthcare company, and I haven't heard back from them. And I just wanted to find out if I'm going to end up staying working at a shelter that pays really low, or if I was going to get a chance of getting that other job or if I needed to continue applying to other opportunities.
Well, right off the bat, I want to say it's not looking that. However, it's possible. And so the main focus card is the Nine of Swords, and that's literally the suffering, desolation, nightmares, stress, despair, being kept up at night,
Yeah.
And that's the central focus of the situation here. And the moon card is right next to it. And, I just getting that feeling here that it may not go quite the way you're wanting it to go here. Now, when I take it as a strict yes, no, and I was asking the question, are you going to be able to get this new position and move away from the low paying, working in the shelter thing? And I get 3 out of 5 yes. It's leaning towards yes, Luz. I don't want to say that it can't happen. It's leaning that way. But it's not looking all that great, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so I don't know if we was
and typically when I get if I don't get a strong yes, like 4 or 5, I get 3, which is a probable, possible. You know, it's saying that there's something left to be done, something more that you need to do. And I'm not sure exactly what that is, although we get a clue from the 8 of Cups, and 8 is the number of abundance, so that's really positive. In fact, that's one of the yes cards in the spread, and Cups are emotions. And in the traditional Waite-Smith version of the 8 of Cups, the cups are all nicely, neatly lined up and stacked up on each other, and the figure in the card is moving away from the cups and up a hill. It's like kind of onward and upward, Luz. But it's suggesting that there's something emotional that they have let go of their attachment to. So that might be a clue as to what's kind of delaying or slowing this down from happening, that there's some kind of an attachment, maybe too much focus on worrying about this, considering the central focus card is the 9 of Swords, about worry, and swords are all thoughts and ideas, and 9 is a lot of thoughts and ideas to be dealing with. So I'm thinking that, you know, that might be a clue right there of what could be holding you back at all. But let's see if Mary has any further insight. What are you getting, Mary? Anything here that could help loose?
Yeah, the very first card that I got was also my central focus card, the 9 of Swords. That's weird. That's what Dax got. And underneath that, I have the 5 of Cups, which is like, you know, it's the don't cry over spilt milk card, right? You know, so I feel like, hey, I don't feel so great about you getting this position, you know, and, you know, I also think that maybe that's okay, because I think something else is going to be coming up that's going to be much better. In the outcome position, I do have the 4 of Wands, and I do have the Knight of Pentacles that comes up as well, too. So the Knight, you know, a lot of the Knights, you know, they're moving. They're about movement. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest mover out of all of them, so it's going to take a little more time, a little more patience. The 4 of Wands, though, really indicates like, okay, but, you know, it may take a little bit longer, but you're going to be getting a position that's really stable, that you feel like, you know, really good about. Not that there was anything wrong with the one you were applying to, but I'll tell you, in a way, I kind of feel like, you know, there's a reason, you know, and that there's something better for you. So the 9 of Pentacles, if anything, that might be indicating, you know, someone, not only that it's going to take time, but it might be indicating someone that is going to be helpful. That could be somebody that you end up interviewing with or working for. Generally, this is going to be, you know, it could be an earth sign man. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but somebody that you feel like this real sense of like sort of grounded energy, and there's this helpful, like kind of stable, dependable quality to the person. So I think you're going to kind of pick up the vibe, you know, and think like, okay, wait a minute, you know, this is feeling good. So keep putting yourself out there. I don't think that it's going to necessarily take all that long for this better position to come through. 4 Wands, that could take anywhere from 4 days to 4 weeks, depending on how you see the Wands energy.
That's great. That's great, because I was actually feeling that I was maybe like I'm aware that I don't have the 25% of the skills that they were looking for, but I had a lot of the background knowledge. And I was feeling very uneasy about whether I was going to accept it or not. And even if they were to select me, if I was still going to accept it, only because I didn't want to be stranded in the future, you know, where they have high expectations of me hitting the ground running and really not having the right mentorship to catch up to that other percentage that I don't have. And then ended up being without a job. You know, that's not what I want. So I was apprehensive even about that, but that's what, you know, that's all I had pending so far. So do you recommend? What type of level of jobs should I be applying to, like administrative, director, or like analyst type?
Well, the other card that comes up is the strength card, and so I feel like it's saying like, play to your strengths. Yeah, leadership, your strengths. The things that you feel like, this I can do, this I got, and so that you don't have that kind of apprehension about it, because we can look at like the different levels we should be applying for, and you can get a lot of different advice, just when you talk to like career planners and that kind of stuff. But really, where are you going to be able to really shine? Where are you going to be able to feel like I'm in my comfort zone, I got this, and then you can only go up from there. So those are some things that I would consider, as you put more applications out there.
Okay.
Mary, I can add a little bit to
very
that.
Nicely. Mm-hmm.
I drew 3 cards on that specific issue, Luce, just to see what comes up, and I got the Hierophant, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands. And so looking at these cards, right away the impression I get is the person in charge, more of a supervisory type of role. But the Knight of Wands gives a clue. Wands is fire, passion, following your passion. That's what you need to got to keep that in mind. Any potential thing that you could apply for, or that you could position you could get, you got to think about this. Don't leave that by the wayside, for the almighty dollar or something like that. It's like, this job pays more than this one does. This is more prestigious. Those kind of reasons to take a job. That this is giving us the clue that you really need to be following your passion. Is this something I'm passionate about doing, or just something I'm able to do?
And that's a tough one, because I find it hard to say that I'm passionate about either of the 2 careers that I took on. I don't know that I'm passionate about. I don't know that I have 2 master's degrees, one in business and one in psychology, and I can't tell you that I'm passionate about either. So I'm really conflicted about what I'm passionate about.
Right.
I don't know.
And that requires stepping back then. That requires stepping back and thinking outside the box, and reevaluating. Really give it some thought and write some things down on a piece of paper or in your journal if you have a journal, or otherwise just get a piece of paper and pen and just start writing it down. Things that cross your mind, spend 5 minutes alone, 10 minutes alone each day, and just write it down. And events gel together. You can also program your dreams as you're going to sleep. It's like, reveal to me what it is I'm passionate, what it is. You can word it in many days. Have that in paper next bed, so on the nightstand. So as soon as you wake up, first thing, anything else, you write down everything you can remember or from your dreams and so forth. And dream link, they call it. And you can program your dreams. You'll be amazed the information that comes through. And if this, along with just I don't want to say meditating, but some quiet minutes, 10 minutes, jotting down the first things that come into your mind. You do this over a week or 2, you're going to start to get a pattern, and you're going to start to see things, and it'll go in different directions, and you'll be able to focus better. You'll more and more information, clearer picture will start forming then. So give that a try.
Okay.
I hope that helps you out.
You guys.
We got to run, Lou.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Thank
call.
You.
Thanks for calling.
Have a great weekend.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too.
Yeah. And, of course, we'll be back next Saturday, me and Mary, and hopefully we'll be able to simulcast from the beginning of the show, Mary.
Yes, that would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we're testing.
Yep. And I think it's going to start working well now that I got the kink. I think it was a problem with the interface between the simulcasting, the streaming studio, and Facebook. I'm also on my other computer where I get to be in, which I kind of like better. And I found out that I'm able to do everything, and I didn't think I'd be able to do that, but it seems to be working.
Great.
So, yep, absolutely. This was a lot of fun. We're doing all this testing here, and I'll be testing the live stream again tomorrow, but it'll be much nicer because Sharona's going to be doing her show, her first episode of Magic Universe, and I'll be able to be in the background, and so it'll be a lot easier for me to work on this and share it out and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit different of a simulcast where Sharona won't be on camera this time. She may do that in the future, but we're just going to have an image of her up there. And the same thing you're seeing here if you're seeing the simulcast on Facebook with the streaming telephone number and everything like that, and our logo and the nice video going on in the background. And we're going to have the actual Blog Talk audio streaming in the background, so you'll hear the callers and everything. That's one thing we forgot, Mary, is of course we didn't get the stream going until the last. We forgot to let the people know you're not hearing the phone calls, and we weren't doing a good job. But of course, not a lot of people was on this. It took forever for us to get the Facebook thing going, so the Facebook Live. So they didn't miss anything, but that's something we got to work on. Is how we're going to do that. You did a fabulous live last Saturday for your Mystical Musings show, where you were describing what the callers were asking and what cards you were pulling. You could show it to the camera and everything. It's so cool. This is so much fun.
I had fun. Yeah, but I didn't have the cool background because I just did the Facebook Live, so I don't know. We're testing it, folks. We're testing it. We're going to, we're almost, I feel like we almost have it. We're this close.
We're this close. Folks, it's going to be great over the next few shows. We're doing Catherine's show on Monday. She'll actually be on camera. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And
that'll be cool.
And if the Tuesday show actually gets on air this week, we're going to do the Tuesday show, the Friday show, and then we'll be back on Saturday. And hopefully everything by then will be, all the kinks will be worked out and everything like that. I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing I love about this is before we go live with the simulcast, we get in the green room so we can set up the cameras and the audio and everything. And what I like about it is rather than waiting to call into the Blog Talk show, which you have until 15 minutes within time, we could pop on, I think we popped on 43 minutes ahead of time. And I get to talk with my hosts and see them on camera.
I know.
And get to talk to them before we go on air. It's
fun.
So that's the end of our show, folks. If we didn't get to your call today, remember, call into tomorrow's show. Call into Sharona's show, 714-84628. And we have shows all week long. Plus, we'll be back next week.
Yes, we will.
So thanks, everybody. Thanks to all our callers and listeners. Bye.
Bye, Dax.
I can actually wave to you.
I know.
Mary.
Bye, everybody. Have a good Saturday.